Hello, welcome back to this video. If you haven't seen already, I am pregnant with baby number 2, and I want to do a video on my 2-week wait symptoms because with my first pregnancy, I was obsessed with these videos, and with this pregnancy, I was obsessed with these videos, and just like totally every little symptom of every little thing, I was like, I'm pregnant. But then in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just like looking for these things. Would I actually know that I was pregnant if I wasn't having these symptoms? So I recorded a day by day based on when I ovulated and how I was feeling. So that way you can compare with your pregnancy and just know that like you watch a million of these videos and everyone's gonna have slightly different things that have happened. Some people have no symptoms, some people have more. And so just because you may or may not have these symptoms doesn't mean that you may or may not be pregnant. So let's just jump in and get started. So I believe I ovulated on August 6th, actually that evening. I remember waking up when I went to bed that night, so it could have possibly been August 7th. I didn't look at the time, with really sharp left-sided pain. And ever since I got my IUD out, my ovulation days have been like very intense as far as like PMS-like symptoms. And so I was very crampy and very bloated. We also were out of town, so I was kind of attributing, like, you know, when you're on vacation, you don't eat as well, you don't sleep as well, you're doing different things. So I kind of attributed some of the things to that, but definitely knew when I ovulated from the standpoint of my symptoms, plus I was doing the LH test. So I got a positive spike on August 5th, the day before. So on one DPO, August 7th, I still was very crampy and bloated that day. It was like my post-ovulation day. Very, very bloated. Like I remember just feeling like I couldn't even like suck it in. I was wearing a swimsuit and I'm like, oh gosh, this is awful. On 2 DPO, which is August 8th, no symptoms. Back to normal, I guess. And then for the next couple days, so August 9th, I said maybe cramping and back pain. My boobs felt kind of tingly. Again, I feel like I'm just like really looking at everything here, because when I went back, I'm like, really? I was feeling something that early? Maybe. 4 DPO, August 10th, cramping and low back pain. I also like woke up and had a bunch of chest acne, which I don't ever get. Maybe a random spot here and there, but I had like 10 spots of just like little tiny acnes on my chest. I also had creamy cervical mucus, and this creamy cervical mucus actually stayed consistent up until I got my positive pregnancy test. August 11th, I woke up with diarrhea, which who knows if that was like a symptom. I felt fine, I just had symptoms. I was having slight pain on my left side in the morning, back pain in the evening with a right side ache / pulling. It felt like a lot of stuff was just going on in my like ovaries and uterus. On 6 DPO, which was August 12th, I had a twinge pain in the morning, nauseous and crampy throughout the day, and then I started having weird dreams on this day. Definitely felt like hot, flashy, very PMS-y, like I was about to start my period. And I also noticed I was peeing at night more. So normally I always wake up once to pee during the night. From there on out, I was waking up 2 times each night to pee. On 7 DPO, which was August 13th, again, vivid dreams, nauseous. My urine output, I'm such a nurse, was increased. Lower back pain. This lower back pain kind of, and it wasn't pain in the sense of like I was sore, it was definitely crampy pain. Like if you know the difference between like when you have crampy back pain versus like, wow, I'm sore or I tweaked my back. On 8 DPO, August 14th, I had no symptoms and I had a negative test. That was the first day I tested in the morning, and honestly, all of these DPOs could be a little bit off. Like I have it as 8 DPO because I have myself ovulating August 6th, but I think I actually ovulated the night of August 6th. Possibly that was the morning of August 7th, if that makes sense. So all these could be like one day off. On August 15th, which is 9 DPO, I was very crampy after work and maybe had a positive test. I took a test when I got home from work, and it had like a very slight, faint positive line. And I know it sounds silly because when you hear women taking these tests or see women taking these tests and they're like, I don't know, I might see something, I might not, might be my eyes. And to me, I've always been like, how can you not tell like that there's a line or there's not a line? And I totally was that person. I was like, I swear there's like something, but then it went away after like 10 minutes. I could not see it. I spent like 30 minutes staring at the test. I'm like, if I'm spending this much time, it has to be negative. But the weird thing on this day, and I honestly think that I probably implanted on 9-ish DPO, 8 to 9-ish DPO, is when I walked into work, we have to get our temps manually checked. And my temperature was 99 degrees at work when I was walking in, which is higher than I normally am. And I don't check like my temps every morning or anything. I haven't done that. But normally if I like ever feel kind of weird, or if I'm checking Callie's temp, which is my first daughter, I'll check my temp. And I'm always like 97-ish, maybe 98 something, but 99 was just very bizarre to me. Okay, on 10 DPO, August 16th, I had my first positive, like obvious positive test. So I guess it was like kind of like my second positive. My boobs felt full and sore. My uterus felt full, and I was very, very nauseous that day. Not like throwing up. I haven't thrown up yet. On 11 DPO, August 17th, nauseous, emotional, crampy, like my uterus felt like it was expanding, and I put 110% feel pregnant. And then on 12, 13, 14 DPO, no symptoms. Actually on 14 DPO, that was when I was supposed to get my period, and I obviously didn't. And then I've actually recorded on here 15 DPO, August 21st, I gagged on my toothbrush, which I know that sounds kind of weird, but when I was pregnant with Callie, our first daughter, I like could not brush my tongue. I could brush like the top of my tongue, or the like tip part of my tongue, but if I went back too far, I would just gag on my toothbrush. And I was brushing my teeth, I think it was before work that day, and I just was like, ugh, and I'm like, oh, yep, there we go. So those are all my 2-week wait symptoms day by day, from basically 0 DPO to 15 DPO. And I hope that's helpful for you guys. Good luck if you're watching this video and you're trying to conceive. I'm sending all the trying to conceive baby fairy magic dust towards you guys. And make sure you subscribe for more pregnancy videos. Bye.